Hello everybody, welcome back to this channel, Donna Flame Brain. Obviously I'm Donna and this is all about my flame brain basically. So we're a few videos in. I wanted to make sure that in future videos I start doing things more active and outside, but unfortunately I've been really unwell again, and that's the reason why there's been such a gap between the last video and this video. Also, a lot of my friends haven't seen me for a while, and this is mainly because I've been having lots of ups and downs. Again, it's stupid o'clock in the morning and I can't sleep, so these are the things I'm dealing with again. The insomnia for days and then sleeping for days. And even if I sleep, I still wake up very, very, very tired and fatigued. So that's kind of why I haven't been here. So again, all the usual stuff, slurring, if I do, repeating myself maybe, and anything else that comes along. Buffering is the main thing. If I look all over the places, because I do have a few notes around, not notes like script or anything, it's kind of notes as in pointers of what I want to kind of get across to you, because again, the problem I do have is keeping on track with anything. Another reason why it's hard to be around people is because it's hard to kind of follow a conversation or keep up. So just quickly, let me just see what else I got on here. So there's quite a few topics I want to quickly throw out to you tonight or this morning or in this video, because like I said, it's been a while. So okay, so excuse the hair. I got really fluffy hair tonight. Reason being is because I trying to go to sleep or trying to get tired. I had a bath with this weird fancy salt things. Just turning my phone down. I always like to have music in the background, because if I do have a problem thinking what to say, this usually helps in a way, because if there is a sort of background noise for you guys while I'm thinking, it'll make me feel less stressed out. Not that I know if you can hear it or anything, but I'm gonna just crack on with this in the background so that I can try and focus on talking with you. And then if I don't, if I'm not able to carry on my sentence, then obviously you can listen to some of my music. I'm still trying to be a selector, even though I'm finding listening to music very difficult, to be honest. So I've had a few appointments since I spoke to you last. I think last time I spoke to you about the dementia tests and things. So the results have came back from that. We had to go in to see her, and she sat me down, and she also wanted to talk with my husband privately. But she spoke to me about the results, and the best thing was that she agreed that anxiety wasn't playing a part in my tests and ability or my efforts. Like I said in my last video, when I was doing the tests and things were kind of difficult for me, and I was very anxious because I wanted to get back to work. I wanted to kind of get back to myself, and I wasn't accepting that things were changing and that I had a problem. So now I know that I can't even fake it, I can't even pretend that there's not a problem. But you know, we spoke about all of that. I've spoke about accepting, and that's where I am. So yeah, so the appointment. So what she said was at the memory, it was like a memory center. What she said was that basically, yeah, so anxiety, she knows I'm anxious obviously, and anybody would be anxious if you're having difficulties with memory. You know, you get a lot of confusion and things, so that's obvious. But the sort of way I was anxious before has kind of gone less, in her opinion, because of the acceptance. So what she decided was that to move forward, that I've got to see her again shortly, and then we're going to just track the progression of any memory loss or any kind of problems I'm having with my brain, which she also determined was to do with the brain condition, limbic encephalitis. So, you know, it's a kind of knock-on effect. So the brain condition caused a brain injury, and from that you get problems, like I said, about a balloon that kind of blows up and changes shape. It never goes back to the same shape again. I feel like I'm lecturing you, but I'm trying not to. So yeah, so she said that anxiety did it, which is good. So following that appointment, I mean, I went to see her, I think it was 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, something like that, for when she gave the results. And then so this week now I've seen the neuropsychiatrist. So the neuropsychologist does all of those tests and things and assessment. And so I'm also under the neuropsychiatrist. He was the one who actually referred me to the neuropsychologist. So I got a neuropsychiatrist, a neuropsychologist, and a neurologist, all dealing with my problems. And with other things I got going on as well, there's other people in the mix. But again, those kind of issues will probably come up as they come along. So she's decided to refer me to the brain injury clinic here in Cardiff. So when they pick up the referral, they'll be able to help me with things like rehabilitation, speech therapy, helping with my language, because a lot of things, a lot of problems I have is with semantics. They call it, I got all of this kind of noted and jotted here, semantics. So where I've been kind of calling things other things, or not being able to find a word for something, and that's basically to do with semantics, which is kind of affected by that part of my brain, the limbic part of the brain that's been had a problem from the brain inflammation. So went to see her referral, and then so this week as well I went to see the neuropsychiatrist, and quite a good appointment, really short appointment. Luckily there wasn't much waiting, because again there was a problem with the radio being really loud. Now I understand again that the appointment rooms are quite close to the waiting area, but I mean that's the reason why they got the loud radio on, radio 2 or something. It's all good now, but the problem with that is that I can't handle that kind of level of talking and music and stuff whilst I'm trying to sit there and think. Just before you go into an appointment, you just don't want to have your brain being fuzzed up, because you want to just say it out and say everything you can, because you've only got that little short time, and I've been waiting ages for half these appointments. And so I'm going to bring you on to why I'm telling you that in a minute, because I've had another terrible appointment this week. But with the neuropsychiatrist, it was good because he agreed that he doesn't think that anxiety is playing a part in my behaviour or causing the things that I'm suffering from. He agrees that I'm frustrated and agitated, which causes a lot of my anger issues and all these kind of things, or again my worry. But anxiety and all this kind of stuff is not really playing a part. It's just the usual anxiety that a lot of us will get from anything that you're kind of worried about, but not worried in a way that, for me, it's not controlling me, in my opinion. But this week then, I saw the neuropsychiatrist this week, but also the neurologist I saw on Thursday. Today is Saturday morning. It's something past 3, 3:15 in the morning. I can just about see that, sorry. So if it's not, then I apologise, but it's early hours. But so Thursday I saw him, and I sat there. Now my appointment was meant to be last week, and he had to cancel it because he had a problem with himself. I mean, doctors are human, so he understands, and he had a medical appointment for himself. So I was cancelled, and an appointment was made for the end of February. But I sort of phoned up the secretary, really upset, because there's been loads of reasons why I needed to see him, or even to see a doctor or a neurologist or anybody, in my opinion, because I've been really unwell. And it's not just not sleeping and all of those things I just mentioned, but I'm having problems eating because my jaw is really, really stiff. I'm having problems with my ankles aching because I have this sort of repetitive movement of my feet, depending on which foot lays on the bed, goes down on the bed first. That's the one that's going to move, and it just goes on and on and on until I go to sleep. So, and that's been going on for ages now, so that's been aching. I also have been having like repetitive yawns, or excessive yawns. I yawn and yawn and yawn. It's something like, I don't know, 30 yawns in a couple of minutes, and it's so tiring. It's my eyes water, my jaw aches, my whole chest and breathing, like it's kind of really, really tiring to yawn. I know no one's ever probably thought of it like that, but when you yawn on and on and on with just seconds between them, it's very, very tiring. So I've had all of these things, the aches at the back of my arm, sort of things I've told you about the symptoms before, but I've had it all massively now. Like, to me it feels like a flare-up. It seems like the reason why I went to the doctors in the first place again is coming back. Aside the memory problems, it's just the pain. My back of my neck hurts, I have headaches. The headaches around the back to the side of my head. I've been having these sort of twinge headaches as well, where I'm getting, like, it seems like someone is picking at my head with an axe, sort of tapping, which makes my eyebrow sort of twitch. It's so funny. Or my face twitch, different to the convulsions I was having. This is like a sort of reaction to the sharp pains. So there's that. Dry mouth, reason why I keep licking my lips a minute. Okay, the main thing I wanted to see him for was to handle the pain and to get some energy back, because right now, like, okay, I'm up now. I'm probably not going to sleep now until, I don't even know. I don't even know what time, but you know, there's things I can't do so well, and that's the cooking and things like that, because being clumsy and things like that, it's horrible. So sometimes I'll smash things or drop things, burn myself, and it's scary for the kids to see that. So I'll buy a lot of things that's convenient for us to make quickly, you know, pancakes, all these things for breakfast, or cereal, bits and bobs that they got there that they can sort out. But that's if they have breakfast, and that's why I feel guilty, because I wish that I can be up more in the mornings, or up at all in the mornings downstairs, seeing them off to school like any mother should. So I carry those sort of guilt. I mean, even that doesn't make me anxious. It just makes me particularly pissed off. It makes me really mad that I'm not functioning how a mother is supposed to be. So, yeah, so I was looking forward to seeing him. So, yeah, I called up the secretary. I said, look, I can't wait until the end of February. I need to see him now. I'm not managing, I'm not coping. So she says to me, okay, you can come this Thursday. So I turned up this Thursday. And all the way there, I was kind of thinking, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? How am I going to say this? I thought, I'm going to focus mainly on the physical side. So that, because the memory stuff, you know, it's in hand with me, with the referrals and stuff. So I thought, okay, I'm going to focus on the physical. And I was not training my brain to kind of know what I was going to say, but I prepared myself for this appointment. So much so that I wanted to be understood. I mean, I was talking sort of, not as good as this. I mean, to me, this is really talking fluently. I was talking kind of around this, tripping up on a few things, especially when you ask me a few questions, but I was talking much better than I do. If you ever catch me, if you ever come here in the daytime, or you see me out and about and we talk, I'm sometimes blanked over and I have a problem communicating, aside the memory stuff. But I mean, I should have let him see that, but it's not let him. It's like these things happen naturally with me, and when I got to see him, I built myself up from the minute I sat down. I was just like blah 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 blah, and telling him all the kind of things I'm experiencing. He asked a few questions to my husband and things like that, and then, you know, we carried on talking, and he was just, I don't know, he's more concerned on bringing my steroids down still. And what he's saying is a lot of the problems I said, all the problems I just said actually, the aching jaw and all these kind of stuff, the pain in my arm, the pain that I get, you know, chest, shoulder, back, jaw, head, the fatigue, the insomnia, all of these things. He's saying that anxiety can cause a lot of that. So I'm like, yo, we've been through this. We've had the assessments with the neuropsychologist and things, and I mean, twice I've been through that now. And I said, in the last test, the results have come back, and she determined that I wasn't particularly anxious, and it didn't have any bearings on my cognitive problems. It's to do with the condition I have. So he said, you know, who was that with, and blah blah blah. And he's asking questions like, you know, again, not talking bad of him, but obviously he hadn't really read my notes tidy. He hadn't really updated himself, because, you know, the neuropsychologist that I went to see is partners with the one that he sent me a while ago, and definitely the same tests and things. And he was saying that, you know, if the tests are done correctly, you know, we'll see, you know, where I'm at with my anxiety and things. And I don't know, it was just a rubbish appointment, because like he's just hell bent on getting me off as much medication as possible. And I know what's going to help me. I know what helps me, and I've spoken to him about it, and even admitted that it would help me, and that's the IVIG in a more regular sort of time based and things. Or but he you know, he said even though it would help, he doesn't think that I need it. And that's kind of left me upset, because I've got all these plans, and it's like I can't put them into place. Even going to the referral, the memory clinic, whatever rehabilitational help they're going to give me, I can't really put it into place if I'm extremely tired, if I'm exhausted, or if I can't even think properly. I am going to video these kind of episodes I have of being whatever. I'm going to see if we can get more on tape, on camera, so that you can see, because, you know, obviously my consultant neurologist couldn't see it, and I just don't know. I feel like I'm being punished because of my positive mental attitude. I might sound really strange and stupid. I'm not even trying to be saintly enough like that. I'm just trying to say that I've coped better with this illness than a lot of people, and that's because I've kept going. I've trudged on. You know, I've worked when I'm not supposed to, not supposed to, but I know there was something wrong. I've pushed through. I've helped other people. I've, you know, done things for everybody, and you know, keeping on top of things. And I could have been a lot worse, a lot sooner. I mean, even when I had the big flare up on the episode, I didn't get hospitalized at that stage. I didn't have major problems at that stage, even though on paper, you know, everything's terrible. But I managed to cope, and that's because of the way I am. I'm a strong person, in my opinion, but it feels like I'm being punished for that. Because I was able to tell him what was wrong with me, because I was able to tell him about the pain I'm in, and communicate to him. He just said, you know, you don't sound like you're having a flare up, because, you know, I'm in a lot of pain now. He said, you don't sound like you're having a flare up because you're able to communicate with me. And I'm like, I even said to him, I said, look, I've waited ages to see you, and you know, I don't know what happens when I come here. It's just I sit and I just get it all out. And you know what, I ended up crying, and because of him saying that, you know, let's just carry on bringing the steroids down, let's just carry on doing, I'll see you in 3 months. And then when I started crying, the first thing he said was, see, anxiety. I'm thinking, no, I am mad. I'm crying because I am mad. I'm crying because I am just overwhelmed. I'm just, it wasn't like a sad cry. It was like a disappointed cry. It was like crushed. I had these ideas of, I'm going to have this treatment now, the better treatment that works for me. And at least then for a couple of weeks, I'll be able to manage, function, you know, get on with some stuff. Be a mother a little bit, I suppose. There's so much things I want to really do. And, you know, at the moment, it's just really difficult. Like, I wouldn't have gone to that appointment if I had the choice. I needed to go. So when it comes to these brain injury clinic appointments, and they give me a choice of, you know, coming to an appointment for like maybe a social circle, or, you know, certain therapies or whatever. If it's a choice, I'm more likely going to say, sorry, I can't make it. Like I've done with dentists, like I've done with opticians, like I've done with all of those things. Even not just for me, but even for the kids. You know, I've cancelled them many times when we're supposed to go to town or go somewhere, and it's all down to the fact that I have every intention of doing it. When I say, oh, let's do this, or let's go there, or if they say to me, can we go, or can we do? I'm like, yeah. And at that moment, I mean it. I really want to do that, and I'm finding it very hard to keep up with those promises now, because I am just absolutely shattered. And when I do those things, it sends me off for the rest of the day, if not days, with pain and aches and jaw clicking and jaw hurting and all that negative rubbish. So all the plans I have to do things moving forward, I'm stuck. I'm stuck in a big fat loop. And so, you know, I'm going to try everything though. I mean, they're saying like try everything. Okay, so I've done the mental state assessments and things, done all of that. In my opinion, smashed it. You know, I had to conclude that my anxiety is not really an issue with it, and it's just related to the injury, which is, you know, it's good to know, more like a physical diagnosis. I mean, don't get me wrong when I'm saying what I'm saying about anxiety and things. I used to work in mental health a long time ago, and I'd be the first person to stand up and admit if I had any mental health problems. I really would. I find no shame in it at all. I mean, I've suffered with things like, and still do, body dysmorphia and things. I have problems with, you know, those things. Well, it's kind of superficial to people's problems, in my opinion, but to me it's a huge deal, and to others who are suffering from these things. But, you know, I have problems with, you know, my weight, my looks, and all these kind of things, and this is before the steroids, so you can imagine how crazy this is. Not crazy, how extremely frustrated this condition has made me, because on top of, you know, everything with the pains and the memory problems and the change of life, I'm putting on weight, not just my body but my face and everything's changing. And that's always been an issue of mine from, well, anybody who knows me will know that that's always been a kind of thing of mine, the lack of confidence. Not that it matters to me. I don't live by, oh, this is, you know, I'm big, or I'm up. It don't bother me. Life is life, and I don't follow myself on that. I just know that I'm, you know, a kind and sound person. So that's, knowing that is what I need. You know, I can trust myself on that. I'm liked. I have friends, and talking about friends, I've had some lovely messages this week, and last week. Oh, I had flowers. I had flowers as well this week, from, you know, past colleagues and stuff, and the kind of volunteer roles I used to do or do in a small capacity, or try. So I had flowers from a group of people from there, and I've had some lovely messages, inboxes, surprise ones. Not surprises in didn't expect that, but in like, oh, that's lovely, you know, wow. And that is a few people from the radio station that I am involved with. Asked if we can meet up for coffee and things, which is my face just lit up because I always think that I'm sat here sort of like. I mean, I know I'm not going through this by myself. I got brilliant family here, as well as my sister, my brother, and my brother-in-law, and people like that. And the kids are very supportive. Obviously, not what goes without mentioning. My husband, he takes on the brunt of this thing. My moods, my swearing, my everything. He takes on a lot. So, I don't even know how I'm saying that for now. Do you know what? I'm really sorry about forgetting this. I don't know. Anyway, I could probably go back and see what I was saying and get the train of thought, but it doesn't matter. Oh, friends, that's it. Sorry, it does matter. It's really important. Yeah, I've had some friends kind of remind me that I don't have to be by myself. But what makes me avoid friends is because people always expect me. I know that sounds weird. They expect me to be the way they've always known, and that's, I don't know what I'm like. I mean, you tell me if you know me, comment below. But I don't know. I don't know, forward, chatty. I mean, I'm doing that now, don't get me wrong, but like I said, if, tomorrow now in the daytime and stuff, I'm not going to be able to manage to talk like this. So I'm recommending people come visit me actually at between 2 and 4 in the morning. Maybe we'll have more of a conversation. I should record or try and do other things at this time in the morning, actually. Didn't even think of that as being reasonable. Yeah, so the neurologist anyway, so he said no to further treatment yet, but he's going to see me in 3 months and decide then, which 3 months it feels way too long for me. It feels way too long for me. He did send off, I did have to have some blood tests to check about the antibody because, right now he thinks I'm in a stable place, so the antibody sound, and the inflammation on last scan, showed more scattering, more coming down, so I'm in a good place, I know I am. But with these things, you're left with sort of, like I said before, like damage and the scars, and that's where the problem is. So until they can find like a cure to build brains back up, then I'm going to be stuck like this for a while. But I'm forever positive that something's going to turn a corner and things. But all I need is just some more treatment, and I just hope I can get some help or some advice with that, which I have been getting on the Encephalitis Society forum thing I'm on Facebook. There's a proper name to it, obviously. Hopefully I get that information out to you properly, and if anybody from there watching me, please feel free to correct, and there's no offence, it's just I don't have it up and I can't get up quick enough to say the name. But yeah, a lot of answers have been on there. I asked if they have come across having a neurologist who's really stubborn like this and thinks that he kind of understands this illness. Now, again, it's very rare, and unless you've dealt with autoimmune encephalitis of all types, you've got obviously not just limbic, you've got all types of encephalitis. You can't just make it up because, it's kind of patient-led. So if I'm going to him and said I'm in pain, he should really be treating the pain. I don't mean just with painkillers, because obviously that's makes things worse for the gut, and obviously the brain, you kind of snooze yourself out sedation, which is, sedation does work for some people. It is an option actually. You can be sedated for a little while to help things rebuild, and that's the whole point of this condition, is that your brain needs to rebuild itself, and that's why I'm sent to sleep a lot, is because that's what the brain does. It shuts you down so that it can help itself. So I'm trying to think of something more positive to say. Oh, I know. To train my brain, I decided to buy myself a ukulele. This is a larger one because I got proper chunky fingers and things this is the size of a small guitar. 4 strings, obviously, ukulele, and I bought stickers. See, I've got stickers on here to help me know the strings and things. But I gotta be honest with you, I've had this for probably, I don't know, must have came about 2 weeks ago, week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and what I've done basically is have them put the stickers on it, and I can't for the life of me even begin to even try and get my head around it. And the funny thing is, I bought it because you know, a while ago I started to get my head around the guitar before I started getting ill, and the guitar, and started being able to play a few Bob Marley songs and a few little things, but I couldn't do anything more, and so, especially when I started getting ill, and I thought, you know, I'd love to be able to learn an instrument, and especially because my daughter she's flying, she's really, really good at the ukulele, and I didn't pick ukulele to copy her, but I thought, you know what, it's amazing, it's quite, you know, it's like the guitar, but it's not a guitar, 4 strings instead of 6, and, you know, you can play so many songs, so I thought, you know what, actually, she's loving it, I might love it, and yeah, so I thought I'd buy myself one, pretty reasonable, really, really reasonable on Amazon, and I'm really excited to start learning it, but I haven't been able to do bugger all. Hopefully I will. Hopefully, I mean, this time of night I could probably start, but it's going to wake everybody up, unfortunately. But this seems to be the little block when I get that energy, like I said, which is one thing I need to tell that neurologist. You know, I mean, I don't know how many patients he's got with encephalitis. I think I'm his only one, and I think he's only known about 4 cases and stuff around here. I don't know whether he meant in Wales or what. I don't even know. It can be 4 cases in Wales, and it's rare, but it's not that rare. It's I don't know. There's not many of us anyway. I know that much. So, I mean, I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do, because if I go to my GP, they'll say, oh, because I'm under a consultant because I'm critically ill, there's nothing they can do. So I don't know. I mean, when I say about I wanted to see him earlier, because many times I should have gone to the doctors or even into hospital as an admittance or get admitted into hospital, is because of the extreme headaches, and sometimes my body pain is so bad that I can't even move. I can't even explain how bad it is. I mean, a lot of people who have got autoimmune conditions will probably understand, but it's a type of pain where it feels like you've been hit by being in a car crash, I suppose. Yeah, that's what my neck, you like whiplash, is like everything. It's tough going. So, and then that obviously affects the rest of you, the rest of your ability to function. I feel like I'm repeating myself. So blood tests done today. They're going to send off those tests, checking the antibodies to see if there's any flare up in that way. Yeah, so it's kind of positive one there. I want to say a huge thank you to my subscribers. Many of you have asked me some brilliant questions, more information about my condition, and others have inboxed me with support and love, and lots more questions, and again with some information about how they've coped and things. Now, one thing that's been really exciting that's come out of it now, on my last video, I've spoken about how, you know, I plan to go on a trip. I want to go on a holiday to sort of, one, to have something to look forward to, you know, kind of do something a bit more independent again, get back out and about, be forced to be clued up and clocked on, you know, use my brain fully, properly, out of my comfort zone, and go to, you know, go on holiday. And my dream location all my life has always been America, like I said last time. So I want to go to America. Nothing expensive, you know, like an Airbnb sort of style, and you know, that sort of thing. You know, cheapest flights. You know, staying for 10 days, which is probably 9 nights, and you know, just having a small little getaway. And I know LA sounds like, oh yeah, LA is a bit much, but I don't feel like, I mean, not being dramatic or morbid or anything like that, but I don't feel like I've got much time to kind of tick some of these things off before my memory. Doesn't mean we don't know my memory's going to get worse, but I don't know, I want to just do some things, and it's not like a bucket list, like, oh, you know, I feel all I'm dying. It's nothing like that. It's just more like a wish list. So that's what LA is. You know, if I'm going to make all the effort and go through all the pain to go away on a holiday, then I want to make it a dream holiday, and that is, you know, it's not just a break. It's more like an experience and fulfilling a dream. So LA, I mean, I've always loved California, obviously. Michael Jackson used to live in Santa Barbara, and Neverland Ranch. It's always been my dream to go there. So, I mean, I don't know how I'd get from LA to Santa Barbara, but I just can't imagine it. It's just been a dream. So, Donna on a mission in LA. My sister's going to come with me. She's my older sister. I mean, doesn't say that she's my more mature sister. I mean, she is, obviously. She's very, you know, she's good. She can be good. But I don't think she's going to be able to sort of, you know, handle my craziness as much as she thinks she can. I mean, I have to be good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, when I say my craziness, I mean like random. I just talking to strangers. That's another thing that I've got. I feel like everybody's familiar to me right now. But yeah, there's talking to strangers, befriending everybody, going with the flow, I suppose. Eating junk, drinking junk. God knows. Being generous, giving money away, inviting people back. You know, there's loads of things I get up to, but spending money. But obviously, like I can sort of help myself with those things by putting things in place with spending limits and I don't know what. So yeah, that's the plan. But one of my subscribers, I'm going to just say this now because I promised I would mention it, and it's only because I just looked down and saw in a red note that I got to mention this. She was very, very lovely. She's from Germany, and she asked me, from watching the other video, she said that her sister, she had a different form of encephalitis, and so unfortunately she passed away. She went into a coma, and she didn't wake up from a coma, and her sister was only young. She was something like 24, again rare. So what happened was, when she passed away, the sister, like, she's been looking into people who's kind of going through these things to bring some awareness herself. She hasn't given me permission to share details yet, so I won't, but I will talk to her, and I will see if she wants any of her details put on here, if anybody wants to, you know, sort of, you know, find out a little bit more about what her mission is and what she's been through with her experience with her sister. So what she's saying was is that after watching my video, you know, I kind of touched her in a way, reminded of her sister in so many ways, my character, which was really, really sweet to be told that. And she said she'd like to help me, well, she'd like to contribute a little something towards my LA trip. And I was like, oh my God, why on earth would you want to do that? And she was like, it's just something that, it's like a gesture that would make her feel good. And I thought, you know what, that's really sweet and kind, but it's, you know, it's not my mission. I'm not trying to raise money or raise funds for my trip, because I know that I've got every faith and every faith that I'm going to get there. Hopefully as soon as, well, I gotta go soon anyway, because hopefully when I see the neurologist in 3 months' time, hopefully I will start some more treatment plans. So, you know, I need to try and go before May, and so that sounds bizarre, but I know there's probably some things I can do. But you know, this lady, she was like, how, you know, I've got to accept help in more ways than one with any sort of condition, and so she kind of convinced me into doing something that her sister did, and that set up a, hang on, what's it called? It's called a PayPal pool. PayPal pool, that's right. I'm not too sure what it is yet, and I'm going to be setting it up and putting a link with this somewhere. And what happens in a PayPal pool is to do with savings for certain things. It's kind of similar, but it's not similar to a GoFundMe. It's sort of different. It's like I save in there, family can save, friends, you know, contributors, if that's what you want to call them, can add anything. And I mean, I was saying to her, no, it's fine, but she made me realize that, you know, some people, I mean, I would, if I like to contribute to certain causes. Not that this is a cause, you know, an important cause to many of you, but you know, if I touch any of you on any level that you think, you know what, yeah, I want to be part of that wish, then by all means. And what I'm talking about, 50 pence, 10 pence, a pound, you know, I'm not talking stupid money towards my trip. I'm talking anything would be appreciative, not expected, but I said I'd mention it, and I have. So lovely lady, and I just appreciate her advice so much moving forward. So it's been great talking to her and talking to other people who've been experiencing and other people who've been caring. I've had a few husbands message me about their wives who's been kind of going through it. Like I said, my poor husband, that, you know, he's been going through hell, bless him. He's gonna tell you what, he should have the GoFundMe actually, or not a PayPal pool, an actual GoFundMe to fund him to go on a proper relaxing holiday, because I've actually put him through hell, and the kids. But yeah, to be honest, you know, if he goes on away on a break, I think he needs recharging more than most. So I think that's all I'm going to talk to you about today, and I hope to, again, I promise you I will one day be out on the road with this camera, doing some more things, not just stuck in this dining room well, I don't know, my studio. I mean, I do enjoy talking to you here, but I know that things can get a little bit more interesting and less wah of me. So more out and about soon, and definitely more Sia, my therapy dog stuff. Talk more about my PayPal pool, my trip to LA plans, and some other good things I hope to have going on. So please do all the things you can do to support me. Subscribe, like, share if anybody would be interested in these things, family, friend members, whatever, with this illness, and that's any brain injury really. And like my videos if you watch it, or dislike if you don't like my videos, and then tell me why and we can chat it out. I mean, of course I'm going to get better at these. I'm going to start getting help with these videos and stuff, and editing and all that kind of stuff, but I do like to keep these real. So my ums and ahs and my forgetting what I'm saying and all of these kind of jumpy things, like the light today, not very professional, but I kind of lost the lead to the round like thing, the big round one. But you're probably thinking, who can lose a connection or a plug to a light? But you'd be surprised the kind of things I get up to these days with being so bloody stupid. Not stupid, oh my god, I hope I haven't offended anybody by being stupid, but I laugh at myself all the time. I do some dull and silly things, and the only thing I can do is just laugh. You know, if I don't laugh, I'll cry. Again, not get on a negative tip. The only thing we can do is smash this by being positive. And, you know, I make my kids laugh for things I do. I do some random stuff. It's funny. You know, obviously some things are dangerous and some things are really annoying, but generally it's, I'm alright. I'm doing okay. But, so, in a summary, it's just my neurologist has done my head in by not giving me the help I need right now. So, any advice on that, if anybody knows what to do. I mean, he's an amazing guy, he's an amazing consultant, he's top, he really is, but this bit we don't agree on. You know, I'm the person going through it, and I've always been different to how it is on paper. He admits that. So let's hope that I'm going to talk to you sooner than anyway, but let's hope I feel better the next time I see you. Let's hope that it's daytime and maybe outside, or more action, more informative as well, because this is just, again, being all about me. But again, I hope this does help somebody connect and know that, you know, it's rubbish for some people, it's okay for some people, it gets better, it gets worse, there's ups and downs, and it's okay. It's really, really okay. All right, so thank you guys, and wherever you're watching this, whether it's UK, America, Europe somewhere, like my lovely friend in Germany, or anywhere, thank you for tuning in, and all the best, and I hope to catch you soon. Please comment if you got a chance, okay?